Alright, I really know nothing about Duskmourn at all. This is going to be an adventure. I think if you've watched previous videos of mine, you might know that I'm not particularly excited about this set, but lots of other people are, and maybe when I open the collector booster, you think I might. I mean, I'm generally in favor of collector boosters and collector booster boxes. It's got some nice texture on it, and it's designed quite well. But I don't know. I like collector boosters. I like the bling. I like the amazing quality, sometimes, mostly, I guess, of the cards. When they first started doing the cold foiling, not so much. So I don't see the pull tab. That's good. No destroyed corners. Oh, and so far, super easy to open. So, oh, token on the back. Rampage and Soul Rager. What's this? Derelict, Addiction, and Widow's Walk. Those, they're putting the, oh wait, oh, is this the first time I've seen instructions on the dual cards? Huh, no, you may cast either half. The door unlocks on the battlefield as a sorcery. You may pay the mana cost of a locked door to unlock it. Interesting. Terramorphic Expanse. The cheapest of the fetch lands. I think, probably. Ripchain, Razorkin, Inquisitive Glimmer, Rootwise Survivor, Spooky Lounge. Okay, so these are all locked doors or whatever. Interesting. I like the what was that? The aspect ratio on this artwork. Ooh. I mean, it's not really a mountain, but it's interesting. Split up. This is a rare. Choose one. Destroy all untapped creatures. Destroy all tapped creatures or destroy all untapped creatures. Interesting. That's a nice little removal spell, and I don't know, I guess I kind of like this treatment. Toby, Beastie, Befriender. That's interesting artwork. Huh. Doomsday Excruciator. It's expensive. Flying. When Doomsday Excruciator enters, if it was cast, each player exiles all but the bottom 6 cards of their library face down. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. Okay. Alright then. That's 2 interesting removal spells. Well, I guess that's not really a removal spell, but it removes your deck, I guess. I don't know. It hastens the end of the game, anyway. Alright. Some more of these split cards. Ooh. That's neat. Some neat art. Dread Paranormal Analysts. Okay. I'd say the land cards look neat. I don't know whether they evoke the land they're trying to do. Deluge of Doom. All creatures -X until the end of turn, where X is the number of card types among cards in your graveyard. There's a lot of removal in this, I'm guessing. Twitch Doll. Huh. Twitching Doll. That's a neat little ramp, I guess. The foiling treatment is actually quite nice. At the beginning of your turn, the second main phase, if your reluctant role model is tapped, put a flying, lifelink, or +1/+1 counter on it. Whenever a reluctant role model or another creature you control dies, if it has counters on it, put those counters on up to 1 target creature. Huh. Interesting. I think I like that card. Alright. guess I should separate out the rares right now. I just noticed something, and I'll pull it out as soon as I finish doing this. Yeah, it's in that one too, so. Why? What's with the set symbol having white in the middle and gold around the edge as a rare, and also something else? I don't know. If you know, let me know in the comments. I'm not hip to these things. Obviously, the next time I open something, or I guess if I open something in a later week, then hopefully someone will have clued me in, and I'll be able to share that with the rest of you. But if you want to know, check the comments. Hopefully some swamp looks cool. Yeah, hopefully someone nice in the comments will have shared this. Zombie snake. Huh. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, they lose 1 life, and you put a -1 counter on up to 1 target creature they control. Interesting. Unholy Annex and Ritual Chamber. And foil, Restricted Office, and Lecture Hall. Interesting. This, so far, is one of those quality products. I don't see any issues with curling or dull foiling. I mean, that hasn't really been a thing in a while. They've been doing pretty good. I think they just, maybe they had come up with new processes and were working out the kinks, and maybe they've worked out the kinks. I don't know. Let me know if you've been getting curled foils as much, more, less than other previous sets. I mean, if you've been around long enough. Oh, Winter's Cynical Opportunist. That's a mythic. That's the first mythic we got. Yeah. Let's see what else. Valgavoth Slayer, Legendary Human Warlock. Wow, that Winter Misanthropic Guide. That's quite the piss-off card. There's another mythic. Flash, Convoke, Double Strike. Other tap creatures you control have hexproof. Wow. Alright. Well, we'll fix. What was the Winter Cynical Opportunist do? Mill whenever they attack. Death Touch whenever they attack. Mill 3 cards. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile any number of cards from your graveyard with 4 or more card types among them. If you do, put a permanent card among them on the battlefield. Interesting. That's a neat little card. I mean, I like the theme of horror, but it was just, I don't know, just, it's all in one mansion? What does the land cycle do with this? This is the common land cycle, so it comes, enters tapped unless player has 13 or less life. Interesting. Well, there's some slight curling there. Okay. And these foils seem slightly different. Weird. I mean, they would have all been at the same printer and on the same run, presumably. Leyline of the Void. Ley lines, people like ley lines. Fear of missing out. Nice. Little on the nose there, Wizards of the Coast. Little on the nose. I don't think anyone's really FOMOing for Duskmourn, though. That was more, not even Bloomborough, really. That was more Fallout. People were FOMOing all over Fallout. Crackling Slasher, Living Phone. Fineseeker. Jump. Miasma Demon. You may discard a number of cards whenever you do. Up to that many target creatures get -2 until the end of the turn. Okay. Meat Hook Massacre 2. Didn't know this was here. When Meat Hook Massacre 2 enters, each player sacrifices X creatures. Whenever a creature you control dies, you may pay 3 life. If you do, return that card under your control with a finality counter on it. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you may pay 3 life. They may pay 3 life. If they don't, return that card under your control with a finality counter on it. Interesting. Dissection Tools. Hauntwood's Shrieker. When Hauntwood's Shrieker attacks, manifest dread. Reveal target face down permanent. If it's a creature card, you may turn it face up. Okay. And some Central Elevator and Promising Stairs. So, interesting. That Meat Hook Massacre 2 is quite the card. What is the big draw in this set? And will the Commander Rules Committee eventually ban it? Let me know if you know which is the big hit. I prefer it when it's a lot of medium hits, but that's not as exciting for people, so that those sets don't tend to do as well. So there kind of needs to at least be one big hit. The Mind Skinner. I do like the art on that. That's interesting. Unholy Annex, Ritual Chamber, Enduring Curiosity. Well, let's take a look at the Mind Skinner. Let me read it first. The Mind Skinner can't be blocked. If a source you control would deal damage to an opponent, prevent that damage and each opponent mills that many cards. Interesting. Giving me vibes of, what was it with Kevin Bacon? Just on the tip of my tongue, that movie. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. Scanners. I mean, Mind Skinner. Maybe, tell me if that's what that's supposed to be. Liver Die. Withering Torment. Island. Enduring Innocence. Master of Keys. When the Master of Keys enters, put X +1/+1 counters on it and mill twice X cards. Jeez. Each enchantment card in your graveyard has escape. The escape cost is equal to the card's mana cost, plus exile 3 other cards from your graveyard. Wow. Leyline of Resonance. Doomsday Executioner. We already did that. No? Yep, we did. At the beginning of your No, we didn't. When Doomsday Execution enters, if it was cast, each player exiles all but the... Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Nashi, Searcher of the Dark. Rat Ninja. Menace. Whenever Nashi, Searcher of the Dark, deals combat damage to a player, you mill that many cards. You may put any number of legendary or enchantment cards from among them into your hand. If you put no cards into your hand this way, put a +1/+1 counter on Nashi. Interesting. But, now I'm starting to see there's a lot of cards that I want to put into my +1/+1 deck. It's, so I'm warming up to the product already, because there's already some cards that I didn't know I wanted. Let's see. Forest. Cursed Recording. So, what's it called? That movie will come to me too. The Japanese movie, the girl that comes out of the TV. Unidentified hover ship. This is making me think of Eclipso from DC, if anyone knows. Don't know. But we'll look at the foil special treatment. Alright. Wearing Watchdog. Let's see. Yeah, I think the set is definitely growing on me. Were you super excited about when that first came out? Was there stuff that you wanted? Is there a particular deck Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Impending 4. If you cast a spell for its impending cost, it enters 4 with 4-time counters on it and isn't a creature until the last is removed. At the beginning of your end step, remove a counter. So this goes with the Doctor Who deck. When Overlord of the Hauntwoods enters our attacks, create a tapped colorless land token named Everywhere that is every basic land type. Oh, well. That is definitely going in the Doctor Who deck. Jeez. Overlord of the Mistmoors, pending. Whenever Overlord of the Mistmoors enters or attacks, create 2/1 white insect creature tokens with flying. Ooh, these are the special lands for this one. So add red or add green, activate only if you control a mountain or a forest. Verges, are they new land types or are they old land types? And this is another verge. Huh, interesting. It's an interesting land cycle. We'll take a look at the Overlord even. This Overlord was cooler. Far cooler than the other Overlord. I don't know. Is it Overlords you guys are looking for? Because those Overlords seem kind of out there. I mean, I guess only if you got a way to remove time counters. Maybe they're less so if you don't. Toby, Bestie, Best Befriender? Beastie Befriender? Oh, okay. What is this? Monsters, Inc.? Ancient Cellar Spawn. Identified Hover Ship. Enduring Tenacity. Enduring Courage. So these enduring things are whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. Whenever Enduring Tenacity dies, if it was a creature, returns to the battlefield under its owner's control. It's an enchantment. Okay. So these are creatures that come back as just with their effects still persistent, but as enchantments. No longer as creatures. Interesting. I think that's kind of a neat mechanic. I haven't seen a lot of uncommons for some reason, or maybe I'm wrong, but that's really neat. That's really neat. This unidentified hover ship comes up a lot. Zamon's Hypothesis. You may put a +1/+1 counter on a creature, then choose odd or even, return each creature with power of the chosen quality to its owner's hand. Quality? Oh, I see. Okay. Omnivorous Flytrap. Omnivorous Flytrap. What's this? Central Elevator Promising Stairs. Victory Valgavoth Seneschal. Eerie. Whenever an enchantment you control enters and whenever you fully unlock a room, survey 2 of this. If this is the first time this ability has resolved this turn. If it's the second time, each opponent discards a card. If it's the third time, put a creature from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Wow. Interesting. So a lot of those creatures dying and turning into a bunch of enchantments, and there's some shenanigans with that card. And that's the collectibles I just noticed. So, what did you think? I think the quality's a little bit better. We did notice just a little bit of curling on one pack for some reason, but not really the other packs. Well, I mean, it seems pretty fine. Yeah, let me know what you were looking for in Duskmourn, what you're excited about in Duskmourn, and I guess I'll go open a play booster now.